Yeah, I seen it first in the clip interview.
Yeah. Oh, they haven't put up the pictures back again. But we got this one up.
Ooh, history.
Oh, yeah. Mr. FentTweaker.
Hello, hello.
First of all, I gotta ask, how are you doing today?
I'm doing all right. I woke up but I'm all right.
Oh, wait, did you just get up and hop on immediately?
Um, no, I've been up for like an hour.
For me, I think I was up since like 9-ish. Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of like that early riser type of dude. I have to get stuff done early or else I feel like I wasted the day.
Yeah,
Ah,
I'm more of a late day person myself.
I like those type of people. They seem more laid back and like nonchalant. So you're one of the OG members of Chud Island then.
Yes, I'd say within the first 5 people on the island, yeah.
Were you there during its naming?
I was, yes. Originally, like it didn't really have a name until we had our stone, but we didn't get a waystone until upwards of 15 people on the island.
But especially with like people coming in and out as like visitors.
Yeah, it's hard to tell, but there was at a point where we were the second most popular island, or even waystone, I should say.
Hmm.
So it's very hard to tell who's been there, who hasn't.
Plus their builds that you have on the islands were like very interesting, eye-catching, especially the giant uh, lotus flower that Lloyd built.
Oh, that was Lloyd that did that. Wow,
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
I have to ask, so your Minecraft skin, it wouldn't happen to be related to Shadow Wizard Money Gang?
Actually, yes, it is. I didn't really know what to put as my skin, so I was like, you know, there's this thing, Shadow Wizard Money Gang. I like the color purple.
Oh no, yeah, dude, especially you got the fucking fresh, clean shoes on as well.
I'm not even sure.
So, touching back on your art style mixes interesting gradients with figures of creatures, some with names of drugs.
There's another member called, I think it's Bry.
Brag Guy Kai?
I Yeah, I apologize if I get that wrong, but there was this room in the back of where our waystone used to be. Bry had this art style called Gleeble, where it's just a random line and you put eyes in it.
The gradients they use, they're like very like nicely done. They're well spaced out between each other and the lines. Like they look almost perfect, the gradient lines that you do.
I think it's just like a time thing. I put time into it, like not like a lot of time, but like I'm more focused on like texture rather than design.
Mm. I even saw one of your paintings in a another store uh, that's located in the back rooms. It, surprisingly enough, it was in Conga Spy's potion shop.
One of my paintings?
Yeah, it was one of
Oh,
yours.
yes, that's right. That's right. I think I exchanged a painting for a potion.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you know, I didn't have any diamonds on me at the time, so I was like, "You want to trade this painting for a potion?"
And they were just like, yeah, sure. I like that. Conga Spy is a pretty chill person. But something recently happened with them actually, where they lost their free trial.
I think Congo was one of like the longest living grays.
Yeah, like close to Grand Deal 1. I mean, it's really cool to know that like you were actually trading for potions as well.
I've been buying off of Conga for quite a long time, so I think Conga let me get away with it.
Now, a bit of an odd question, but do you know about the Fentline?
I do know about the Fent lane. You know, when I first joined the server, I think I went to Furryville Central,
Hmm.
and the mayor was there. They read my name and it was like, oh, there's a guy not far from here that actually has a Fent lane. And at the time, I didn't even know what Figuera was, so the first thing I had on Figuera was a Fent lane.
Noonjumper asks, how did you come up with the name FentTweaker44?
Um, so this was like my second name, and it came from like the talking and messing around with, and one day I was just like, Fent Tweaker 44. 44 is a random number.
Oh yeah.
Nothing behind the number. I have no connection to the name, by the way. I'm not a real tweaker. Just a title.
Your builds on the island. You have two that I can recall visiting. You have your art studio, and outside
Yeah.
there is an amethyst tree with a black hole and several paintings around it.
Um, yeah, that's true. The amethyst tree was just something I did because I had no other use for the amethyst. I'll build an amethyst tree out of it. I managed to get my hands on a black hole, so I just put it in there. The art outside, or I guess around the tree, is all my original paintings.
You wouldn't be open to the idea of possibly donating a copy of those paintings to Ravenston Museum, right?
Oh, I mean, I've made multiple copies of, every painting. I don't think I have any, like, as of now, but yeah, I give away paintings all the time.
So, yeah, I mean, it's safe to say that you really like making art and like doing really cool stuffs with it, right?
No, I didn't really have a certain hobby, I guess I should say. So
Hmm.
I started painting, and I was like, there's like so many levels to this. It might look as if there isn't that many like tools make it as unique as possible, but if you use the opacity tool, you do a lot.
There was a point in time where you were also making art. Well, I guess kind of like political arts for the island, right?
Yes. There was a point where I was doing that, but I think we were still being watched because at that point where I first started doing that, I had all my palettes stripped from me. I know I had one just saved up in either my ender chest or one of my shulker boxes,
Hmm.
but there was none to be found.
That's so weird.
I had about probably 20 canvases ready to go in my inventory. At first, I just copied my original Chud Island work of the painting of the Chud, I guess, and I made a bunch of long canvases that would have the word free on it, which I now have up after I got a palette. At that point, I all my palettes taken from me. It's the first place I've lived on the server, and to see it go down the way it did, have a big fight with all the mods, I guess. It's really just a way of expressing my words. And if you look at what Chud Island was compared to what it is now, it's a ghost town.
From moving from the other server to this one, has the transition been like good for you? Because I know that there's like a lot of mods to try and get into this server as well. and I know you have your base where I first caught you outside fishing.
I wasn't like very active. I had school, work, a bunch of other things, and what had really happened was I kind of fell back behind like economically,
Hmm.
which is a big part of this mod pack.
It's completely fine to not like put a ton of time into this though, because I feel like uh studies and school that is should be number one priority. That always comes first. But I'm sure people would understand, you know. So yeah, just last night, like a bunch of people kind of met up and were like really nice because they did like this Christmas gift exchange in a place called Cherrytown, and
Oh, interesting.
yeah, and they did it kind of early on my end, and I wasn't able to attend because of work. But we ended up going back around, and this they kept our gifts in a separate chest, and I
Oh,
wasn't expecting it, but they gave me like they gave me a bunch of gifts, like a bunch of original paintings, a bunch of materials for fixing, for making food, and I was like, dang, this is actually like a
wow.
lot.
I've been missing out on that server, I guess.
There's a lot of good communities to like get into as well. Like yeah, you have Cherrytown, you have Molehill, Ravenstead, of course, for artists and people that want to donate art. There's something for everybody, I think, and like me, I'm just trying to highlight a good amount of it by talking to the people from those communities as well.
Yeah, well, another thing is I like that there's so many different communities. So there's obviously a place for everybody. But let's say you get heavily into one community and you find another community that you like really enjoy. You can balance in between those with, how easy it is to get in between them. There's a big community for everything, then there's small sub communities, I'd say.
Hmm. How did you how did you end up being a resident of Chud Island actually?
Well, at that time there was only like Siwas, Doe, and Wizard, I believe. And I think it was either Doe or Siwas that had started building a small area for me.
Hmm.
So it was in the original claim. So they had to start another claim for me and just transferred it for me whenever I had fully built what's now my art studio.
Ah. Okay. Oh, and yeah, I guess it would also explain the location of the studio as well, since it's more like towards the front of the island. Speaking of Doe, he recently gave me a tour of the whole island as well, and what I didn't know that there was a small subsection underneath the island with a bunch of different paintings as well. One's of his design, the freaking Plants
Yeah,
vs
yeah.
Zombies one.
Normal Plants vs Zombies, right?
Right, yeah, normal. Definitely not.
Yeah.
Uh, but there was also a little glebe that Splib made as well.
Yes, the cat one, yeah.
Just really cool. I really didn't expect to see him on. I guess I just caught him on like an off day where he was feeling nostalgic for the island and he wanted to just take a look around, and then he saw me like trying to look everywhere, take screenshots of the place, because that was the moment where like they were starting to, I guess, remove the word, censor it completely, and I was like
Yes.
Yeah.
You can't type that word anywhere. You can't even put it on a sign.
Mr. FentTweaker44, I think that was all the questions that I had to ask you for today. Now you guys have your own server, and that's just even more cool. I was like they do cool stuff, basically. And I still
Yeah.
feel like so grateful for Splib giving me a hand for his interview, like to make the intro and cinematic. That was like so fucking cool.
That was really cool. Yeah. I sat down for that one. That one.
FentTweaker44, check this splish out.
Wow. Holy, this is awesome. This looks just like me.
That's why I asked at the beginning, I was like, is it related to Shadow Wizard Money Gang? And I know usually those wizards, they have the stature and they have like cool lightning shooting from their hands as well.
Yeah. It's awesome. You know, this is great. I'm just admiring this.
One of one original copy. Just for you. Oh, wrong button. There you go.
Thank you.
Hell yeah.
Looks even better in the hands.
Alrighty. Let me get the door for you. Tell your friends about the interview.
I will.